Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health and well-being and sustainable development 2024, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 77 years of independence and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030 as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Arts Sciences. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty. Once again, welcome to the International Webinar Series on Holistic Health, Well-being and Sustainable Development.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations. Today is commemorated as World Maritime Day on 26 September. With the theme for 2024, Navigating the Future, Safety First. So this year's theme, Navigating the Future, Safety First, reflects the International Maritime Organization, in short known as IMO, work to enhance maritime safety and security in tandem with the protection of the marine environment while ensuring its regulatory development process. Safety anticipates the fast pace of technological change and innovation. The theme provides the opportunity to focus on all full range of safety regulatory implications arising from new and adapted technologies and the introduction of alternative fuels, including measures to reduce GHG emissions from ships as IMO strives to ensure the safety and efficiency of ships are maintained and potentially improved so that the flow of seaborne international trade continues to be smooth and efficient. The theme also links to the UN 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and the Sustainable Development Goals SDGs, particularly SDG 7, on ensuring access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy by facilitating access to clean energy, research, and technology. SDG 8 on promoting sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and decent work for all. SDG 9 on building resilient infrastructure, promoting inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and fostering innovation. SDG 13 on taking urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts, and SDGs 14 on conserving and sustainably using the oceans, seas, and marine resources for sustainable development. A celebrity parallel event is expected to be held in Spain from 20 to 22 October. International shipping transports more than 80% of global trade of peoples, communities all over the world. Shipping is the most cost efficient method of international transportation for most goods. It provides a dependable low-cost means of transporting goods globally, facilitating commerce and helping to create prosperity among nations and peoples. The world relies on a safe, secure, and efficient international shipping industry, which is an essential component of any program for sustainable green economic growth in a sustainable manner. The promotion of sustainable shipping and sustainable maritime development is one of the major priorities of IMO in coming years. Therefore, energy efficiency, new technology and innovation, maritime education and traveling, maritime security, maritime traffic management, and the development of the maritime infrastructure, the development and implementation of global standards covering these and other issues will underpin IMO's commitment to provide the institutional framework necessary for a green and sustainable global maritime transporting system. Today is also commemorated as International Day for the Total Elimination of Nuclear Weapons on 26 September. Achieving global nuclear disarmament is the highest disarmament priority of the United Nations. It was the subject of the General Assembly's first resolution in 1946, which established the Atomic Energy Commission, dissolved in 1952, with a mandate to make specific proposals for the control of nuclear energy and the elimination of atomic weapons and all major weapons adaptable to mass destruction. The United Nations have been at the forefront of many major diplomatic efforts to advance nuclear disarmament since in 1959, the General Assembly endorsed the objective of general and complete disarmament. In 1978, the first session of the General Assembly devoted to disarmament further recognized the nuclear disarmament should be priority objective in the field of disarmament. Every United Nations Secretary General has actively promoted the goal. Yet today around 12,100 nuclear weapons remain countless possessing. Such weapons have well-funded long-term plans to modernize their nuclear arsenals. More than half of the world population still lives in countries that either have such weapons or members of nuclear alliances. While the number of deployed nuclear weapons have appreciably declined since the height of the Cold War, not one nuclear weapon has been physically destroyed pursuant to treaty. In addition, no nuclear disarmament negotiations are currently underway. Meanwhile, the doctrine of nuclear deterrence persists as an element in security policies of all possessor states and many of their allies. The international arms control framework that combined to international security since the Cold War acted as a brake on the use of nuclear weapons and advanced nuclear disarmament has come under increasing strain. On 2nd August 2019, the United States withdrawal spelled the end of intermediate range nuclear forces. Treaty, though, with the United States and the Russian Federation had previously committed to eliminating an entire class of nuclear missiles. Furthermore, the Russian Federation announced frustration has been growing among member states regarding what is perceived as the slow pace of nuclear disarmament. This frustration has been put into sharper focus with growing concerns about catastrophic humanitarian consequences at the use of even a single nuclear weapon, let alone a regional or global nuclear war. The General Assembly commemorates 26 September as International Day for the total elimination of nuclear weapons. The day provides an occasion for world community and to reaffirm its commitment to nuclear disarmament as a priority. It provides an opportunity to educate the public and their leaders actually. In accordance with General Assembly Resolution 68 by 32 and subsequent resolutions, the purpose of International Day is to further the objective of total elimination of nuclear weapons through enhancing public awareness and education about the threat posed to humanity by nuclear weapons and the necessity for their total elimination. The General Assembly declared the International Day in December 2013 in its Resolution 68 by 32 as follow-up to the high-level meeting of General Assembly on nuclear disarmament held on 26 September 2013 in New York. This was the boost in sense of efforts by the General Assembly. In Resolution 68 by 32 in General Assembly called for the urgent commencement of negotiations in the Conference on Disarmament of Comprehensive Convention on Nuclear Today is also commemorated as World Quantum Readiness Day on September 26th. More than simply an awareness event, World Quantum Readiness is also call to action, spurred by technology leaders looking an era of defining change in digital technology. Developments in quantum computing are accelerating rapidly, and the study of the quantum also the beginning of something we have never seen in data policy. An entirely new system for protecting data is needed, and even from information that has been protected for years or decades will be vulnerable in retroactive decryption and quantum computers. World Quantum Readiness, an initiative started by cybersecurity's leader and DigiCart for focus on leveraging post-quantum cryptography, PQC, to prepare for the near future moment when quantum computing is completely powered enough to break even the strongest form of today's data encryption. Today is also commemorated as Alpaca Day in US. Alpaca is observed on 26th of September every year in USA. Alpacas are cute, fuzzy animals that have been of help to human beings in agriculture for a significant time. These animals have unique personalities, are highly sensitive to their environments, and most timid in temperament. Alpaca Day raises awareness about the need for the conservation of alpacas and their habitats. Human activities have affected alpacas and their other mammals. They are too struggling with increasing human interference in their day-to-day lives. Today is also commemorated as Dominion Status Day in New Zealand. It marks the day when New Zealand ceased to exist as a colony and was declared a dominion with the British Empire. It did not change its political status or influence, but it was a symbolic change towards eventual independence in 1945. Today is also commemorated as European Day of Languages in UK, which is observed on 26th annually. This promotes awareness about languages, learning, and protecting linguistic heritage. The overall purpose is to raise awareness of Europe's rich linguistic and cultural diversity, which must be encouraged throughout the preserve. It also strives to broaden the spectrum of languages that people learn throughout their lives to improve pluralism and intercultural understanding. EDL provides a chance to honor all of Europe's languages, particularly those spoken less frequently and spoken by migrants. The EDL is a part of the language policy program. The most significant part of the program is directed at national education authorities and practitioners in this field. The campaign aims to convince the general public of the importance of learning and more than one language. It is also commemorated as HR Professionals Day in US. Is designed to pay tribute to those working in HR departments everywhere. This day also aims to raise awareness about the role of the job. Sharing information about HR professionals is important so that we know that what it is like to be part of this community. If you are interested in working in human resources, you should be able to find a lot of great information online. Today is also commemorated as Love Note Day on 26th September in US. It is the day where you get to channel your inner Victorian lover and send warm, heartfelt love notes to your partner. It's a chance to convey your deepest emotions by writing down how much they mean to you and sending it to your partner in a scented envelope or an email. If you are not usually the wordy romantic type, then take this day as an opportunity to be a little cheesy. Even a plain I love you can matter your partner, feel happy and loved. Today is also commemorated as Lumberjack Day in US. The day aims at celebrating the archetypal woodsman, the lumberjack. It was created in 2005 by Marion Weiss and Colin A.F. Venable as an excuse to eat pancakes and waffles with friends. Lumberjack Day is also celebrated between international talk like a pirate comes a week before it, and Weiss and Venable wanted to celebrate a different character. They thought that it was important to have a day to talk about lumberjack as well. These celebrations have grown to be celebrated all around the US. If you are wondering what lumberjacks are, let us tell you that the lumberjacks refer to mostly North American workers in the logging industry who perform the initial harvesting and transport of trees for ultimate processing into forest products. Today is also commemorated as National Compliance Officer Day in US, which offers a very special group tasked with the duty of ensuring an ethical and safe environment for the running of business across the country. It is a noble profession that deserves its own day. The compliance profession itself emerged in the early 1990s. Since then, compliance officers have become indispensable of successful and safe running of a business. Compliance officers are responsible for ensuring that companies and business obey regulations and requirements imposed on them. The field has since diversified to fit all kinds of firms and businesses. Compliance officers are expected to have high ethical standards, to be reliable, honest, and effective. It is also commemorated as National Day of Praise and Worship in US. Today is also commemorated as National Key Lime Pie Day in US. It is a mouth-watering occasion dedicated to relatively new pie variant with interesting origins. If you have ever wondered if the combination of the key lime and pie would be delicious, you'll be happy to know that is much made in heaven. Key limes are smaller, rounder, less acidic, and more fragrant than their familiar cousin, the Persian Thydium lime. The skin of key lime is thinner and smoother, It's get bigger in the tropics and subtropics and is used in numerous tropical cuisines worldwide. Even though it emerged into the Indo-Malayan region of southern Asia, the key lime is also recognized as a Mexican or West Indian lime. Today is also commemorated as National Law Enforcement Suicide Awareness Day in US, which brings attention to the tragedy of suicide. Furthermore, it aims to promote open dialogue regarding the law enforcement officers, mental health, and continue to dispel the stigma of getting help. But help created National Law Enforcement Suicide Awareness Day in 2020 to recognize the issue, support the families, provide solutions, respect those who have died, and continue to raise awareness to end suicide. We must assure everyone that they are not alone. It is also commemorated as National Mesothelioma Awareness Day in US. Mesothelioma is an aggressive form of cancer that destroys the protective tissues around its victim's lungs, abdomen, and heart. The disease is directly linked to the inhalation of asbestos fibers and most commonly diagnosed in construction and industry workers who have worked with asbestos products. In 2010, Congress established National Mesothelioma Awareness Day to educate Americans affected by or in danger of being affected by asbestos, despite improved education. Over 1.3 million American workers remain in contact and with the toxic mineral in their workspace, resulting in thousands of new mesothelioma diagnoses every year. Those affected by mesothelioma should speak with a legal representative to see whether their employer is liable. Today is also commemorated as National Pancake Day in US. A day so nice that they made it twice. September 26th is the year's second National Pancake Day. Get those hot cakes on the griddle. It's time to prepare some pancakes. Pancakes are old staple dating back to ancient Greece. Since then, many varieties have been created across the globe. In India, France, and other parts of Europe, their pancakes or crepes are thin and often served with a sweet or savory filling. In Indonesia, they consume pancakes known as serabi, which are made with rice flour and coconut milk. In Uganda, pancakes are made with bananas. They are just a few of many different variations across the globe. All are delicious and worth celebrating on National Pancake. Whichever style of pancake you prefer, get ready to enjoy a stack of them on September 26th. Even in India, pancakes are these dosas, especially very famous. So you can consume this dosa, which is also known as a pancake, a variant of pancake. Today is also commemorated as National Situational Awareness Day in US. It helps create more awareness about the importance of personal safety since we all are responsible for our personal safety most of the time. It is important to be reminded of general safety tips. National Situational Awareness Day was created for this purpose. Today is also commemorated as Remember Me Thursday in US as we are raising awareness for orphan and sheltered pets on Remember Me Thursday, which occurs on the fourth Thursday of every September. This year it's on September 26th, and the goal of the day is to share the importance of pet adoption and shine a light on all orphan pets waiting in shelters and rescues. Since its inception in the year 2012, Remember Me Thursday has made more than 1 billion impressions on social media and have been saving pet lives ever since. Finally, the last commemoration of the day, the Shamu, the Whale Day in US, 2000 September 26th. Shamu, the Whale Day, comes up every year on September 26th, also known as National Shamu, the Whale Day. This day celebrates the heroics and splendor of remarkable orcas. The original Shamu was honored in the late 1960s. The same name was passed down many generations through SeaWorld shows. It has since become a name to appreciate the world of orcas. The first Shamu was a whale that rose to prominence in the late 1960s. It was the star of the show organized by SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment. Many people came from around the country to watch this beautiful performance of Shamu. Despite being called killer whales, orcas are mostly harmless and are very fun to watch. Therefore, people love to see them. When original Shamu died in 1971, subsequent stars of the show were given the name as the title SeaWorld eventually went to trademark the name Shamu and has since used it to attract people to their events. September 26 became significant because it celebrated the first surviving baby, Shamu, in 1985. That's why Shamu the Whale Day is now celebrated on September 26 every year. This day is celebrated in the honor of first Shamu. After her death, Shamu and the Whale Day became a holiday for people to go to SeaWorld parks and watch great performances from other killer whales. However, orcas fare better in their natural habitats, and people are now encouraged to watch documentaries about orcas or find a way to visit their world instead of going to parks to see them. So, with this, we shall end today's commemorations. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. See you all tomorrow at the same time with the same joining link, different commemorations. Take care. Good night. Before you leave the platform, we request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form. Take care. Good night.